Hello parents, this is Mr. Plime and I'm going to teach you about our area model for multiplication. So to give you some background, these are base 10 blocks. So each of these purple blocks is worth 1,000, each blue is worth 100, the red are worth 10 each, and then the green are worth a single block. So that's our basic understanding that students get as well. So I'm going to show you using that model how we do it first, and then I'll show you just using numbers, which is a little bit more abstract for students. So the first thing we need to do is create our model. So we decompose this number 21. So the number 21 is really two tens and a single one. And then the number 17 is 110 and 7 ones. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now that we decompose it into numbers that are a little bit easier for students to use. So for instance, 21 times 17 is not a fact that all students will know. So what we're doing with this area model or the box model is trying to break it down into numbers that they do know and are capable of doing. I know, at least for myself, I learned traditional multiplication. We use this model for them to understand the steps and what multiplication really is, and then we also teach them traditional so that it's a little bit more efficient. So first thing that we would need to do here is we're multiplying our 20, our two tens here, by our 110. So 10 times 10 is 100, and then again 10 times 10 is 100. So what you're really saying is this 20 times this 10 is 200. Okay? The next thing that you'll do is do this 20 times 1, which is 20. And we'll do it again and again and again. So it's again 20 times this one, which would give us another 20. 20 times this one, which would give us another 20. Times this one, which is another 20. Again, again, again. So we've done this 20 times 7, which is 140, which we get when we count all these. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. Down here we're going to, so we've done our 20 times 10 and 20 times 7, which is 140 plus 200. Now we're going to do 1 times 10, which is 10, and 1 times 7, which is 7. So just going to clone it to make it a little bit faster. So with this, if we break it apart by our place values, so here's our tens place, here's our ones, I'm just going to draw a line between them. Here's our tens, here's our ones, I'm going to draw a line between that. We break it into these boxes, which I'll show you in just a moment. So there are 4 quadrants. Let's see the best way. So here's the first quadrant. So 20 times 10 is 200. And I'll show you the model that the students will see as well. So they'll be drawing a box like this, in which, as they break the numbers up, so here's 20, and here's, 1. Actually, I'll put them on the other side. 20 and 1, and then the other one up here is 10 and 7. So as you can see here, so the 20 times the 10 is 200, and so that's what would go in this first box. This 200 right here correlates with this 200 I just put in. This 20 times 7 is 140, which goes in this box right here because we have 140 in this box. Whoops. 1 times 10 is 10, which we have in this box, and then 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, so you can see that these base 10 blocks, which students understand in the representation, is the same as the numbers here. So we're trying to take students from understanding that 10 times 10 is 100 and understanding the base 10 blocks to the more abstract of using just numbers. So then once you get to this step, then you would add them together. So you add the 200 plus the 140 plus the 10 plus the 7, and that would equal 357. Which would actually add them all together. So that is traditional. This is a 2-digit by a 2-digit.